Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth, and on this channel we talk about how to build your spiritual confidence so you can listen to your intuition and read your tarot cards with ease. And today I am going to be doing a bit of a walkthrough, a little bit of a training, and have a little bit of a chat and a look at my new Tarot and the Moon journal. I cannot wait to show it to you. So let's spin the camera around and take a look. So this is my Tarot and the Moon journal, and I cannot wait to show it to you. Let's have a look. Now I've just put it into a normal 3-ring binder. You can be as swish or as basic as you like, but the main thing is that you use the journal. In this journal, what we're going to be doing is looking at how you can celebrate the full moons and the moon phases using the tarot, which I'm really excited about because I know so many of you are super busy. It's a way for you to celebrate the Sabbats in a really simple way that keeps you connected with what's going on around you, and also gives you an excuse to kind of connect with your tarot deck again in a different way that helps you to internalize the cards. So you'll see here we've got Southern Hemisphere written. Now this journal is available in my Etsy shop. It's one purchase. And if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, never fear, because I have a Northern Hemisphere version available for you, as well as a Southern Hemisphere version available. So let's have a look inside. I can't wait to show you. I had so much fun putting this together. So that's just a link. If you are looking at the PDF, so the electronic version of this journal, you can click there to go to my YouTube channel where you can see this video, which explains the whole journal to you. A little bit here about the journal, how it works, the Sabbats, the Sabbats, the quarters of the moon, and of course the hemispheres. In here, I've got some dot grid pages here for you. These are all the way through every time there's a blank page to give you somewhere to draw rather than just having a blank page. Here you have got the zodiac signs, and this is basically the key to the whole journal in terms of when I talk about zodiac signs, I'll use these little symbols. These dates here you might find alter by a day or two depending on where you look, and that's because the planets move, and so it really depends who's talking about the astrological sign and what their opinion is of the dates, and they do shift slightly. You've got your Semaine, and I've got the Northern and Southern Hemisphere dates for you. You've got the season, and of course I've got you get both journals. You get both Southern and Northern Hemisphere, and you do get it in both an A4 and a US letter. So if you're looking at this, this is me in the Southern Hemisphere doing an A4 version. But if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, please do not, if you're in the US in particular, please do not run around looking for A4. Use US letter or US half letter, which is much easier for you to get to. So, seasons and tarot symbols, which I'll explain to you in a minute how to use those. So this is explaining the Northern and the Southern Hemisphere. Essentially, we have two hemispheres, and you might be a bit confused about which hemisphere you're in. Don't be. Most people are in the Northern Hemisphere, and the easiest way to know is we are moving into Semaine, or 31st of October, and in Australia it is springtime. It is warm, moving towards hot, depending on where you are in Australia, and our trick-or-treating is a great big party, let me tell you, because it's hot. We're in daylight savings, which means we have an extra hour of daylight, and we do trick-or-treating, but very differently to how you do in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Northern Hemisphere, you are in fall, moving into winter, and you are cold. So that's a good way to remember it. Now, how you see the moon, we're seeing the same thing, but we're seeing it slightly differently. So I want you to imagine that this is the world, okay? I know it's not the world. I know it's my amethyst orb, but just imagine that it's the world. And on the top here is the Northern Hemisphere and the North Pole. And down here you might have Australia. You've got the southern section here with the South Pole. You might have New Zealand over here, South Africa kind of over here. And if I'm here, because you know I come from Australia, if I'm here, I'm down the bottom bit down here. And just imagine that's me standing on the world. It took me a little bit to kind of understand this. I was a bit confused by it, and then I got it. So this is my way of explaining it to you. So if I kind of turn it like that, you can see this is me, like a pimple on a pumpkin. That's my feet, that's my head, and I'm standing on Australia, and I'm stuck to the world, and the world is spinning around because of gravity. I don't fly off. Then up here, other people in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm going to stick you on there too. You never thought that I'd explain hemispheres with bits of blue tack and an amethyst orb, did you? So the moon's out here. All the planets are out here doing their thing. The moon's doing its thing, doing its phases. We're not going to get into the technicalities of that. I'm here. My head's down there. You're up here in the Northern Hemisphere. Your head's up there. So when we look at the moon, I see it upside down. You see it right way up. Or, well, actually, no, because I am kind of standing upside down. But by the magic of science and gravity, as you can see, if I kind of turn it side on, you can see what I mean. By the magic of science and gravity, I don't fall off. So here's me. I'm on the bottom. You're on the top. And we're looking. And what I see is reversed to what the rest of you see in the Northern Hemisphere, if that makes sense. And I do remember looking at the moon when I lived in England and thinking it looked different. Like I'd look in the sky and I'd think, yeah, because the time of the year, it's reversed. I didn't realise that at the time, but that was what was going on. So the Northern Hemisphere, you've got the new moon, waxing crescent, waxing quarter, waxing gibbous. So it is moving towards the full moon. So waxing is building up. Think wax on, wax off. Full is waning, waning gibbous, waning quarter, waning crescent until it gets to the dark moon. The dark moon is when the moon is what we call void of course, which is where in astrological terms we can't see it. So at that time, generally, we don't conduct magic. Some people do, and it's a very interesting form of magic. I won't go into detail of that gets conducted at that time, but generally it's a time of rest. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, of course, you can see everything is reversed. So you've got the new moon, waxing crescent, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, waning quarter, waning crescent, dark moon. When do we really celebrate? In the full moon. That's the Sabbats. So if you look over here, you can see I've got a moon calendar. Now, I've just said that essentially we see the same thing. So we all see a full moon, we all see a waxing gibbous moon, whatever. The thing is, we do see it slightly differently depending upon where we are on the earth. So if you're kind of higher up, sort of on the top bit, you're going to see the moon a little bit differently to if you're kind of down here right on the axis, for example, or if you're sitting on the equator. Don't ask me how it's different. I'm not an astronomer, but it is different, slightly. So with your calendar, you're going to go online, and I might do a training on this so I can show you how to do it. But you literally go online, find a moon calculator, say exactly where you are. The moon calculator will give you your longitude and latitude in the world. And then it'll give you a calendar and show you when the full moons are, when the new moons are, when the waxing crescent moons are, etc. And you can draw all these in the little circles so you know when the moons are happening and you've got your dates down the side. So this just shows the progress of the moon phases, this page here. And then we move into the new moon. Now the new moon is new. So it's all about new beginnings, fresh starts, optimism, hope, and faith. And pretty much the moon, I think, goes through a 28-day cycle. So you're going to have a new moon in every single month at least once. Then the new moon tarot card is the Fool. Now, I know what you're going to say to me. Elizabeth, you have taught us that the Golden Dawn says that the astrological correspondence for the Fool is Uranus. However, there are also popular correspondences, and I've been on the web and had a good look, and the general agreement is that the Fool is the moon tarot card. And I wanted to put something together where you could use the tarot to celebrate the Sabbats and the moon phases. Now, the moon phases, which is now part of modern witchery or Wicca or paganism or any other form of witchery that you follow, develop separately. So we're kind of bringing the tarot and, a fundamental religion together. But that's okay, because astrology and tarot also evolve separately and have come together. A lot of the times we see patterns because life is in patterns. It is in patterns. It's like you look at different religions. They all tend to say the same sorts of things and have the same sorts of ideas. And it's because life has patterns. So it's fun to bring these things together, and why not? We are, modern witches, really. It's modern spirituality. We're looking at life very differently because of this phenomenal information age that we've had with the internet. So, new moon tarot spread. I do apologise if there's noise. We've got workmen out in the street, and I'm hoping that when Prince Charming edits this video, he's going to press the magic wand and it's all going to disappear so you don't hear it. So, if you love my work, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell. I need to remembered to say it, so you don't miss my uploads. And particularly, do subscribe to my channel because it really does help support my channel if you do that. So, new moon tarot spread. A spread that will essentially look the same all the way through the journal, but different questions. So you've got thoughts about this spread. On this first page, whoops, I've got to mention it. You've got your question that you want to ask based on this new phase, new beginnings, fresh starts. The day, the date, the month, and the year, and we referred to the moon calendar, the deck you're using. And then once you finish the reading, what is your overall message? So you start to have a summary page here of what happened. The season, the Sabbat, the zodiac, your symbols and observations, and any spread patterns, symbols, colours, anything that you might have noticed. So again, you've got your spread, then you've got a separate spot for each card. I've put reverse, yes or no, because I know some of you do read reverse cards, and it gives you an opportunity to further summarize this particular spread. You then obviously put your overall message here. And if you want to record your reading, it's really super simple because you use the tarot symbols. Here. So you use these to record here. And you know when you're going to use this particular spread because you will have filled out your moon calendar. Okay. So we work our way through. And as you can see, I've got little moons in the corner. In the Northern Hemisphere journal, there are the appropriate moons in the corner, and all of these are set up according to Northern, not Southern Hemisphere. I'm just being a purist. I'm in the Southern Hemisphere, so I wanted to use my Southern Hemisphere journal to show you. So waxing crescent moon, setting foundations of wealth, success, luck, and friendship, and bringing new things into your life. High Priestess, again, by popular opinion. High Priestess is the card that matches that waxing crescent moon. You've got a little bit of a description. Again, the same layout, but different questions for you to focus on the waxing crescent moon as you work your way through. Then we've got waxing quarter moon, goals, dreams, creativity and motivation, strength and personal growth. Push forward with your plans to get things done. So again, building up, taking action and recognizing that you're almost there to the full moon. Waxing quarter moon. So again, the full moon's almost here. So this is a moon about, again, pushing forward, the magician. You have the power, again, by popular opinion, that, you know, this is not a Golden Dawn correspondence or anything like that. But I just wanted to bring the tarot into this because I just thought it was such an opportunity to do something with the tarot to help you celebrate your moons, knowing that you know, so many of us get so busy. So again, fresh questions for your waxing quarter moon, and away we go. Then we have waxing gibbous moon. So we're almost at the full moon. Personal growth, success, looking at alternative options to create our greatest success, which is coming with the full moon. So our Wheel of Fortune is our tarot card of focus. You've got your waxing gibbous tarot moon spread. You've got different questions. And again, you've got pages to follow your way through. You've then got the full moon. Now, this is where we celebrate our Sabbats. And depending upon what month we're in, depends upon the focus of your celebration. So we've got new beginnings, healing, cleansing, clarity, love, and magic to restore your energy. So if we look in the back of the journal, you will see that I have put, now these are in Southern Hemisphere order. You will have, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, this is the journal you'll print, and you'll have access to the Northern Hemisphere one to have a little look at and compare. And if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, of course, you would print the Northern Hemisphere journal, and you would have a little sticky beak at the Southern Hemisphere one. So January for Southern Hemisphere is Mead Moon. I've given you some correspondences here, your intentions for the month, ask the tarot for guidance for your goals, and essentially you celebrate the moon depending upon the month that it's in. If you want to set up an altar, these particular correspondences are really helpful to you. And if you want to know more about setting up an altar, my Baby Witch bundle, I'll put a link to that, and I'm going to be doing some videos on that particular bundle as well. It goes through in detail how to set up an altar, particularly for celebrating the Sabbats, and also for doing magic. There's more worksheets in there and all sorts of things. So when I'm going to do some videos on that too. So you've got February corn moon. I'll put links to all of these in the description box so you can go and have a look at them. February corn moon, March harvest moon, connect with spirit through the tarot and give thanks for all you have. April blood moon, so you can see you've got space to write, and you've got your particular moon that you're celebrating. June oak moon, and it goes all the way through. Remembering that these are different in the Northern Hemisphere to in the Southern Hemisphere. It's a shift of 6 months. They run in the same order. They're just they're just shifted across 6 months. August storm moon, September worm moon, October seed moon, and of course, if you feel inclined, you can decorate all of this. You can outline it with textures and all sorts of things. November hare moon, December honeymoon. Then, of course, we go to the full moon, so there's space again to write. The sun is the full moon, the happiest card in the deck. This is the height of the energetic cycle of the moon. Again, your tarot moon spread, you've got some questions to guide you, and again, you work your way through the spread, guided by those Sabbat correspondence sheets. Waning gibbous moon. Now the moon is waning, so we're going to pause and reflect, take time to understand what you need from within, cleanse, clear, expel negative energies from your life. The star is your tarot card of focus. Waning Gibbous moon spread. Again, questions for the waning Gibbous moon. And you work your way through to the waning quarter moon. Banishing, creating positive habits and letting go, declutter the junk from your life. And your tarot card is Judgment. You've got, again, fresh questions for the waning quarter moon. And through we go. And you can see these are all appropriately orientated depending upon the journal. Then you've got waning crescent moon. So we're nearly at the end of the cycle through to the new moon. Balance, success, health and wisdom. Cleanse your home and environment using sage incense or aromatherapy. The Hermit, so taking time out to reflect, taking time out to understand what it is you need to be working on. Here's your, again, you'll get very used to these worksheets. You've got your tarot spread, you've got questions to answer, working your way through. And then we get to dark moon. Now this is where the dark moon it happens just before the moon phase happens again. Depending upon the phase and how it's traveling through the calendar will depend upon how long the moon is dark. But this is, to me, a time to pause, rest, reflect, take a break and prepare your energy. I've made a tarot spread for you, an actual tarot layout spread for you, but there's no tarot card because it's dark moon. So this is just here. If you feel you want to do a tarot spread or not, you might decide to rest over that time. It is up to you. So there's your dark moon spread. Then, because the moon has a 28-day cycle, occasionally you get 2 full moons in the month. And the second full moon is called a blue moon. And I've given you a tarot spread focusing on the blue moon. And this, a little description here of what the blue moon's about. And for those of you who buy the journal, you'll be able to read all of those. And you've got your blue moon tarot spread as well, all set up. And then right at the end, of course, we come to the Sabbats, which are set up for you to be able to take notes. And again, you choose the particular Sabbat based on the full moon that you're celebrating in the particular month. And I've shown you all of those. We go all the way through to the very end. And we have, if you just want to pull one tarot card and you just want to have something super basic, we've got a sheet here where you can tick off which moon you're actually focusing on, your date, your day, your time, your year, your question, the deck, the tarot card you pulled, what meaning do you see and what's the conventional meaning. And then a spot here to just record some correspondences from these Sabbats sheets that you can put here as just a different way of recording things in your journal. And again, because this is an instant download that you can have straight away rather than waiting for the post to arrive a million years later, as I'm discovering. Certain things I've ordered that I want to do with you and I'm still waiting for them to get here. When I want to do anything with you, I have to plan it so far in ahead because Australia, goodness me, in COVID, our post is it's virtually non-existent at the moment. So that's your for your full moon tarot card. And then you've got your some dot grid pages, and then right at the end the copyright, which again, as I've mentioned to all of you, is becoming more and more formalized as I'm, doing more and more in my little online business where I write. So all of my materials are copyright. Of course, you can make copies of them for your own personal use, but they're not available to be used for en masse copies at any point in time at the moment. So that is the new moon, the tarot and the Sabbat Moons journal. I do hope you enjoyed our little walkthrough. If you want me to do some more trainings, I can certainly do some more trainings. I definitely want to do one on the moon calendar for you, which is in here somewhere. Here. I want to do one on the moon calendar for you so you can see exactly what I mean about colouring in all the phases, and where you would go and the sort of website that you need to go to actually complete the calendar. I'm loath to put a link in here because, as you know, web pages come and go on the internet, and I don't want to give you a broken link. So I think I'm better off to do a video and show you, just do a training video and show you the sort of page where I've gone. And then if you in the future go there, at least you know what you're searching for and what you're looking for. So that is the Tarot and the Sabbats Moons Journal. I do hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed showing it to you. If you would like one, the link is in the description box of this video. Just click on the title of the video and the description box will pop open. And of course, if you love my work, don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter where you get reminders of all of my journals and lots of extra goodies. So take care, everybody, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.